Welcome, peoples, to Dodgy's Garage. Haven't done anything on here lately because I haven't done anything. It's pretty easy. I haven't done anything. I'm still trying to sell stuff, clear stuff, find a place to move, which I still haven't found. But there might be some hope, at least for storage for all these cars. So give me another month, I might find out. But I just haven't done a little bit of work. I've got videos of all the cars that I've sold. And people say, oh, what'd you sell? What'd you sell? I've actually got videos. So, but what I thought I'd do first is go through this vehicle, because everyone's saying in the background and no one has, I've never done an actual video on it. So let's do it. It's a mid-60s, I think 66, 65, 66, CA Bedford Mark II. Now, the Mark I had a much smaller windscreen with a double vent in the front, so the windscreen is much smaller. But this is the Mark II, so it came after it. And being a British car, it's got a bit of everything and a bit of crap. So let's go through it. And this was an ex-postie van as far as I can tell, because it's red. Well, I suppose if I cleaned it. It's red, which the postie vans were. Where the original Parkers or whatever were there. Now it's obviously not very rusty, but it's rusty. She's a bit manky, but it's a windowless panel van with sliding doors. I tried to pump that tyre up just before, and she's needs to be lifted off the ground. So what it is, I think they're a 1600 motor. Someone could tell me what is it? TA Tiranas, or Vauxhalls, Vivas, Tiranas. The HB Tiranas had the 4-cylinder Vauxhall motor. That's what this is. I think it's 1600. As far as I know, it did run. Well, let's see, there's more red on the inside here. You can see. It did run. Not the greatest, but it's been years, over 10 years. I've had this thing everywhere. I've moved it, I've taken it with me. 15 years I've had this at least. I always thought I was going to do it up, but let's be real, I'm not going to. I'm too slack. So it's like, nah, I'm not going to do it up one day, I'm going to sell it. So she's got a bit of rust. But things like rubbers, they're generic British rubber. So any BMC, Leyland, Mini, that should fix the rubbers. Glass is all intact. There's only the one, really. Mirrors, not so much, but I do have another one somewhere. The only other problem is the bottom rust. Rust in the doors, and the, this isn't quite on. And just on the rear quarters here. But other than that, she is, it might look a bit yellow. Actually, it probably is yellow, but it's because I've got the silicon lights on. They do a weird transition. So it's not orange, it's just, it's an off-whitey yellow. Oh yeah, the rear is also a little bit on the manky side, but it's not that bad. It's fixable. It's a flat panel, so you can fix that. Tail lights, I think I have. I know I've got headlights and stuff, and I got parts hanging around. Oh yeah, I had all my, I don't know if anyone saw my post. If anyone remembers, that was full of Valiant parts. It was just piled high full of parts. I sold the whole lot, cleared it all out, sold it to a Valiant spares guy over here, Quentin, from Val Parts Australia. So now, because I can now kind of get in and out, I'll clear a path eventually. I thought, oh, I'll post this up. And then I remembered, once I posted it up, I already had a buyer for it. I just had to inform them. So, sorry, Kim, but yeah. Now, someone said these are Celica seats. And that Celica boys are going to pay an arm and a leg for them. I doubt it. But, you know, can I do this with one hand? Of course I can. So there's your engine. So typical Bedford, dog box, half in, half out. 4-speed or 3-speed on the tree. Little dash with bugger all in there. There's nothing to the inside. you know, they hold the doors open with a bit of seatbelt mesh. That's how they did it back in the day. And that's it. Now, I don't know if I can get this inside to work. Maybe, maybe not. It's a bit dark in there. But it's literally just a cargo floor. Just a wooden floor over the back. But it's there's some glass in there and bits and pieces. I don't even know if that's windows for this car or if it's actually for a Bedford. Like I said, I've got spare windows here. I think they're for a Bedford van, like a CF. So if anyone wants one, I think this is actually for a Dodge. Maybe not, because it's too square, whereas the Dodge ones are good. Got droopy corners. So I have no idea what that fucking thing is for. And I didn't draw on it, did I? Ah, no idea. I know, I kept it for a reason, but I don't know what the reason was. Yeah, so all this is kind of like munted in there. It's all crunchy. Yeah, there's no point in me keeping it. I know I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to get around it. I've had it for 15 years. It's just not going to happen. And I don't have a farm or anything, so I can't put it on there. Not that I'd leave this outside, because it is still fixable. I don't know what you'd put in it. Maybe a rotary. Perfect for electric, because look at that floor. You could put the batteries underneath the floor, put an electric motor in the front, whiz bang, off you go. So that is the Betty, 60s CA Betty, Mark II. So that's the mirrors. They kind of like come down and fold out. And then the side windows literally, I can't open that one, not from this angle. So that tire's probably shite as well. This side isn't too bad. But I've had this in sheds for, I don't know, 15 years maybe. On and off. Not as long as the Dodge, of course. The Dodge I've had nearly 10 years or so. And I am thinking about doing the engine on that. But the problem is there's the engine there under the blue one. It's been sitting there for 4 years. No one wants to help me or touch, no mechanic wants to take that on to help fix it. I just want it going over. So I might just end up pulling the plugs, pour diesel in it, let it soak, see if I can crank it. The dampener, the, what do you call it? Crank dampener, harmonic balancer. It was dropped when they were loading it, so that's bent, and the oil filter is bent. Is that bent? Yeah. So I've got to replace those, and then it's kind of like, well, if it turns over, put a boroscope down it maybe. If it turns over, fucking throw it in the car and hope for the best. So I don't know. Because whatever I get, well, I've sold that, so the money's going towards this. But if no one wants to fix it, then I'll have to do it myself. So we'll see. But I mean, she's a beast too, if no one's saying. 1970 Dodge Phoenix DG. The years are a bit, because they were brought out half yearly, so it's kind of like, oh, is it DE or DG? Doors, apart from the trim being a bit naff, the, oh, you can't really see it because this phone isn't going to readjust in the dark. Of course not. Can I oh, I think I can. Hang on. Let me just try. Come on. Oh, I can't do it while I'm videoing. Damn it. Oh, can't touch it. Anyway, it's not that bad inside. That seat is, the springs are gone, so you sit your ass in and she sits down, so that's going to have to be done for a Joe. The carpet is kind of like falling apart, so probably have to put new carpet in if I do Rego. But the main thing is I've got no rear door handles because I sealed them up, so I'm going to have to put a little in there to actually get for Rego. But I'm not worried about Rego. Oh, look at that dust. Oh yeah, barn dust, mate. Look at that. I'm not worried about Rego. I just want the damn thing running. So at least I can move it around and say, if people ask me, how's the dog? I'll say, it's running. It's not registered, but it's running. Give those a clean. Now, those mags are pretty much the same as the oranges I've got there, which are for the Valiant, which I still haven't got the card before. Jono. So I'm hoping to get this on the road shortly. So that radiator is for it, so I'm going to have to get that re-cored or re-cleaned. Probably re-core. And yeah, I need to get someone to fix the freaking engine. And I can put duct back in. Anyway, Betty. So I've sold it. It's gone. 15 years. I've dragged it through a couple of houses. 2 or 3. 3 or 4, actually. And it's sold. I say it's a dinky little thing. A lot of people have loved this thing because it's just a small little van. I mean, I'm still sweating from working around here. That's the height difference. I can look clear across the bonnet. It's 5 feet high. It's a tiny little van. And as I say, that's... Oh, I'm touching that mirror, and that's half. So it's lucky to be 12 foot long. Oh, 14 feet, give or take. So it's a tiny van, but it's just I just thought it was the cutest little fucking small, toughy little van because, little pommy nose and everything. It's a tough little van. Give me a bottle of water, And I thought, great, fix it up. Never did. Never had the money. And it's like, nah, I've had enough. I don't want to sell it, but it's gone. So, yeah. So it's gone. Next weekend, I think the guy's coming to pick it up. So after I cleaned all the shit out, I've got to try and make room around here. So there's I think it's a 302 Windsor. It wasn't a burnout car. It's been sitting for years. John, I don't know what we're going to do with that. And that's the 383 big block to go in there, which I need sorting, but I haven't got the time or the energy. I mean, I bought engine stands to bolt these engines to when they come out because I see what's wrong with that and see if it can be rebuilt. So it'll sit on stands. So I bought stands and everything to have all that. I've got an engine crane around here somewhere. I just never got around to it. And I'm running out of time and patience now. So, yeah. So that's the vehicles. I just thought I'd give that a going over. Now, that's going next weekend. So, well, so that's going. So I'll post up a video of that and all the other cars next week-ish. So at least then it's going. So I've got rid of a bit. I bought 1 car, or 2 if you count the Camry, but I'm selling that eventually. So that's only to help someone else out. So the Camry's going. But yeah, I only bought that van and that was it. So I've done pretty good to sell 10 cars, maybe 9, 8, and I bought 1 useful, registered, running van, rather than just more shit. But we'll see. In the end, I might even end up just sleeping in the caravan somewhere. There's a block of land next to work that's vacant that the owner owns, and he said if I really need to, I can just park up there, and it's a hard stand area, and it's like half an acre. I know it's an industrial block. It's got electricity, but if I need to, I've got access to the factory, so I can just go in there, have a shower and toilet, whatever else. But I can park up in there if I want. But we'll see how we go with everything else. If I can sell 1 car I haven't sold, which I thought I would have by now, is the friggin' Prefect, Ford Prefect, 56, 57. No one wants one. It was 4 grand. So maybe it's a bit too high. I don't know. There's not that many on the market that I can see and say, oh yeah, it's worth that much. So I just put in 4 grand and slowly dropping it down. But no one's bought it, so it's like, well, there's another one I have to carry on. Everything else, the Falcon, I'm going to keep both of them. Because if I do move and these go into storage somewhere, I need a project for later. Whether I'll do it or not, I don't know. I need a project, so we're going to keep that. Keep the Falcons because Falcons are easy. And they're utes. Always can sell a ute or use it. But in the meantime, say bye-bye, Betty. Next week that's gone. I'll see if I have to get my air compressor up here, the little one, and so we can pump up these tyres. And because that's been sitting now for 5, 6 years, tyres need a bit of air, and not bad actually. They haven't gone down that much, so we'll see. And I've still got R30 Skyline panels. If anyone wants an old Skyline panel, just fucking come and get them. They're going to the tip otherwise. Just come and take them. But yeah, so a lot of people are interested in seeing that. So there it is. I'll probably do a TikTok. I'll do a TikTok on it as well. do the vertical ticky-tocks so everyone can see just a quick one. But that's it. That's the Betty. Give us a like and a thumbs up or comment something that you like them, you hate them, you know what size engine that is. Because back in the day I went to get parts and I said what I had, and back in the day when they still had everything on books and everything else, they looked it up, and yeah, same as a TA Tirana, they had the same engine. So Betty and a TA Tirana had the Vauxhall motor before they made the Holden ones in the HB Tirana. Before they made the Holden, I think that was still a Vauxhall motor, but I think they were like an 1800, but I think that's a 1600. But the TA Tirana, same points, Dizzies, which is what I bought for it, were the same. And I bought them, I got a pair, and that's why I had the car running. So it was driving around, just no brakes. I don't think I had brakes, so it was just driving around. It was great. Back in the days when I lived in an industrial unit, because I wasn't homeless, I just couldn't be bothered living in a house, so I lived in an industrial unit, in a caravan, with all my cars, barbecues, parties every weekend. Freaking great. Now you can't afford to do that. They want more for industrial units than they do fucking houses. It's stupid because half of them are empty because they're using it as a tax dodge. So they don't want anyone in them. What's the point of owning them? All these empty bloody units. That's a tax dodge. Fuck off then. Anyway, enough of me rambling because I will ramble. Anyway, say bye to the Betty. Hopefully the Dodge, I can do something with that. Because I'm going to have to do something with that engine, so maybe I will. Before I do anything, let's just have a look at something else. Right, so in the other shed, now there's the old Valiant. Don't know, carby. Now in the other shed, there's the engine. That is my Volkswagen hot rod. If you Google Volkswagen, you'll see a lot better ones than mine. Really, really nice Volkswagens. Extended front beams and everything, which they're supposed to be chop tops, suicide doors and all that sort of stuff. Beautiful things. This is not. This is just a bunkie, but it's a very cool bunkie. I actually took it to Red Centre Nats #1, drove it around Alice Springs. It was great until I drove it and then found out it's got shit steering and no power, hence the engine upgrade, which I can't do until I replace the whole diff assembly or transaxle with a new, later version one, because that one's just too small in the gearbox. And that requires welding, so that may get done soon. And a bike. What does it say? 600R. It's a quacker. GPZ. But this thing, now I'm going to show you this because there are none around. There's 2 of them in Australia, both of them are in WA. I own one of them. What do you think it is? Some people already know. I'll show you the emblem in the grill, but it fell off. And that's the original Pommy plates too. But fiberglass. Fiberglass. Shout out to Mr. Dunn and all his weird and wonderful things he has over there in wherever he is. Wisconsin, Missouri. I don't know where Mr. Dunn lives. Aging Wheels on YouTube's. You gotta look for Aging Wheels. He has a lot of weird and wonderful cars. A lot of them electric. A lot of them just. He has a Trabant, but I betcha he doesn't have a Reliant kitten. Yes, folks, it's a kitten. And you say, what the hell is a kitten? It's the 4-wheel brother. Kitten. It's the 4-wheel brother of the Robin. Robin was 3 wheels. This is 4 wheels. The wheels are mini. And I've got some whiteys sitting over there for it. They're a 2-door glass hatch. I don't have the glass hatch, unfortunately. I do have all the bits. I just don't have the actual hatch, which is a bit of a worry. And there's the lock. That's what I was looking for. There's the original lock at the back here. It's literally, I don't know, sitting there like that. I don't know. That's the original lock. So it just needs glass, but unless someone's in England and wants to ship one for me, I'm just going to have to use Perspex. But this weird end, I mean, that looks like a bumper. Yeah, I think it might be rubber, but it just goes over the crease where the bits bolt together or glue together. That's fully encased. But this is a Reliant kitten. Oh, the cats have been in here because it's a cat. Yeah. Now, if I clean this, you might actually see this is actually in good nick. There's the bonnet emblem. I don't know, can you see it? Yeah, right. It's actually in good nick. I mean, the door cards are plastic. The carpets, yeah, they're all right, but the seats are in really good nick. There is a back seat, but it's folded down. But it's actually in good nick. Not a lot in the way of instrumentation, but it is a 4-speed, rear-wheel drive, 800cc. Hey, puss. It's just weird. And I bought it because it's just weird. Mr. Dunn, that's it. Agent wheels. Well, these tyres are all flat too. But I bought some whiteys for it, because why not? Yeah, full fiberglass, Reliant kitten. You've probably never seen one again, because who the hell would want one? I have one, and I want to keep this one because it is so small and light. It's 530 kilos wet. And look how much room in this tiny... It's just... Oh, damn, I'm tripping over everything. It's just so tiny, so I want to take that with me. Because why the hell not? So one day I'll get that going. Won't take too much because I don't have to do body work. Because it's fucking fiberglass. I don't know what underneath's like, but it's fiberglass. And it's a BMC parts bin car. So any BMC, like British Leyland, British Marina, British Motors, that kind of stuff that's what it's made of. It's a parts bin special. But it's so cool. And I've had that for nearly as long as I've had the Scooby's keeping a watch on it. Well, you had me coughing. Thought I was ill. So I had that for a hell of a long time too. And I did have run at one stage, but because it's got the SU on it, they're a pain in the ass. So I might even just put a couple of bike carbies on it. Would probably be a lot easier than trying to fix a freaking SU. If you look up Reliant kitten on the YouTubes and on that, you'll see these. And there's one there who's drag racing. There's another guy who's put a Ninja 1000R motor in him. Yeah, just weird shit. And because it's so light, it'll just go like the clappers. I mean, yeah, I could put a rotor in it, motorbike engine, more money and time. I'm not going to get around to it. At the moment, I'm just going to get it running and just use it as is. Use it as a photo prop or something else. But it's just like, it is so small. I mean, if I had a couple more boxes in there, you wouldn't even see the damn thing. I'm a hoarder. You get rid of shit. But yeah, so the V-dub will probably be the next thing to try and get fixed. I've got to book that in to get the diffs taken out. And yeah, so oh yeah, it's dinner time for the cats. So that's it. That's a part of my little collection that I've sold, not selling, taken with me. So I've got. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, enough gibbering. You've seen what I've got, so there you go. Just some interesting little things that I thought I'd put up here, because I got weird shit. And there's the van. Good little van. She needs a service soon. Oh yeah, I've got to find that flashlight. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Tell us what you think. Should I have kept the Betty and sold the kitten, or kept both of them, or just sell both? Although I'm going to keep it anyway, but anyway. Show us the comments, likes, blah, blah, blah. All right, fellas, girls, peoples. I shall catch you next time when I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't know what's going on in this world at the moment with me. So we'll see how we go. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Uru. And it's a bit wet to burn anything too. Damn it!